Test 1, 2.
And see whether or not it's valid. Do you guys intend to have a use case in the future or what?
Multiple use cases. Yeah, there's the general currency use would be we're looking toward getting hooked in with coin payments to get Madhouse token as an accepted currency for all of their partners, which includes like Shopify and WooCommerce, and those services are used for a lot of online stores. You've probably seen them mentioned in other projects
There we
before.
go, all fixed.
That one's pretty much just
Thank you.
a ready-made utility once we're ready for that one. But we have a bunch of gaming and gaming adjacent things. There's one of the things that we've got that's not really even in like a beta state yet, but we did a proof of concept on it and tested it out, and it'll function for doing tracking your gold and silver and copper in tabletop D&D style gaming. That would actually be, instead of just being numbers on a piece of paper or on a screen, it would actually have real value because it would be actual crypto that would be representing it. That one's probably coming out sooner than later, and also just as general as a tipping currency like Twitch bits or all of the other platforms have their integrated systems, but we want to make Madhouse an option for that. So I'm working on developing some things for that currently for hooking that in to get that so that you can have all the alerts and everything that you get with the current systems for streamer bits, like their sound alerts and all that, like the bit system. Yeah.
On top of that, because of our zero tax wallet-to-wallet transfers, the sky's the limit, honestly. Like, our token, we want to be the golden standard. When you go look at the one that Elon, Cumstar, I think he tweeted out, the problem with that is the more models you get for that token, the larger the exclusion list gets. The larger the exclusion list, the higher the gas fees over time. With ours having that zero tax, you will never need an exclusion list. Transferring your tokens to the models or Instagram models, or say there's a Reddit aspect and you want to boost something, that's just a transfer. No tax. You don't need exclusions.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can I just offer a little bit of see what we do here at the Shampoo Lounge is not only go through your project, we do try to make things better. You guys seem like legitimate human beings that are trying to do a really good thing. It's never a good idea to give tokens to influencers. So whether or not it's
we're aware.
or not, yeah. So he just mentioned that. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, so for the Twitch bits, or what I was talking about?
What you were talking about. You just mentioned.
Oh, with that, I was talking about like Cumstar, for not like how their payment model, it's almost similar to what he was saying with Twitch bits, but like Cumstar, the artist or not influencer, but the entertainers, like Cumstar is for a actual digital currency to pay them. I know it's a bad idea because they will dump their payment, but in a sense, it's when they dump their payments, it's giving the reflections and it's burning tokens over time.
So you guys do have reflections. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why, like, we were really stoked about the idea with the Twitch bits, but with that idea, you could literally make it the standard currency for any kind of aspect like that, with modeling, Instagram, Pornhub, or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be completely independent of the platform that they're using. And I think that the big point of that is that we built this with that currency model in mind from the beginning. There's no difference between the payment gateway receiver wallet versus an investor wallet. They all have free transfers for direct wallet to wallet transfers. There's no special extra gas fee that needs to increase. And that's the what I was saying. We've seen issues with other tokens.
No, it was
when,
100,000. We only have 1 billion tokens in
the more utility
circulation.
they add by connecting to more wallets, they have to make that exclusion list longer. The longer that list gets, the more time it takes the EVM to process every single transaction. So the gas fees go up on every single transaction from that time forward, as the longer that exclusion list gets in their smart contract. And that's not going to happen. We don't have an exclusion list. We don't need it. Not part of the contract at all. So the gas is going to stay the same. It's not going to go up over time like it does with the others.
That's fair. I'm going to let other people ask questions while I take a look at the contract. By the way, you guys it seems like somebody there is from Canada or the Midwest. I detect an accent.
Yeah, I was wondering about your accent. All you sound funny.
Yeah,
it's Minnesota.
Let other people ask questions, but I'll be right back.
We do have a Canadian too.
Did anybody out there in the community have any questions? Did anybody have any questions for Madhouse? When did you guys launch?
Monday before last.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago on Monday.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, pretty much 2 weeks ago.
What's been the all-time high since you launched?
The market cap all-time high was 200,000 market cap.
All right, it's at 47 right now. So what happened? Did you guys have a pre-sale or a private sale?
Pre-sale, and the typical pre-sale dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people, like, right at the entry level, I had people watching their wallets that were in the pre-sale that were dedicated, and with that amount of sell the tax, the holders are like at the same exact price, and they're like, wow, reflections were at the same price. I'm way up still because of the 20% reflections and the 5% true burn.
Okay. What was the starting market cap?
200,000 was the starting market. Oh wait, starting market cap was I think 90,000. Is that about right?
So right now,
I'm trying to do the math here. Well, the launch, I know the launch price was 990,000 tokens per BNB.
Yeah.
And there was a supply of about 200, what was it, 210 million tokens?
Something like that. That sounds
about
right.
Also, we initially, when we were going to do this pre-sale through DX sale, the one thing that was good about the way they have things set up is that any unsold tokens get sent back to the dev team to deal with, and we were going to truly burn all the unsold tokens so that they would be out of the supply entirely, so there wouldn't be this having a difference between the number of the actual total supply and the total supply excluding burned, because we wouldn't have anything in a burn wallet. But Unicrypt put all the unsold tokens from pre-sale into there, so there's always that extra little bit of math.
Right. What do you guys have planned to create buy pressure besides AMAs and stuff like that? What is the strategic marketing and stuff like that that's going to help pick up the volume?
Well, I'll let you go with that one, actually.
I was gonna say, of course, there's always the social media stuff, and we'll have some contests and things like that. That kind of the same things that everybody always does. But right now, my main focus is working on pushing towards actually rolling out some utilities, so we have something to show. Like here, this is we're not just saying that we're going to have gaming utilities. They're here. You can use them. Check it out, instead of some of the other projects that have it on their roadmap and keep pushing it back forever, and you never see it, or when you do get it, it's not quite what you thought you were going to get. I want to make sure we deliver something that's as good or better as what we've been talking about, and more utility than what we've been talking about, because I would like to over deliver, and that I think that's the main thing, to show that this is for real. We can sit there and hype up ads all day, and if we don't actually deliver real utility, it's not going to be lasting. We want to be a lasting long-term project.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair. I'm back, guys.
Welcome back.
So what I was looking at right now is, okay, first of all, let me ask a question. You guys intend to do a use case basis to legitimize the token itself, but right now you have a fairly decent foundation. How big is your team?
Technically, there's seven people. 7 official team members, but we also have a lot of active community members that are putting in a lot of their time to work towards the success of the token as well.
Okay, and now back to Mini Doge real quick. I would imagine you guys were investors in that, because I got at least 5 people in here from your team that have Mini Doge as one of the things that they follow 100%. I would assume that you guys probably invested in Mini Doge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me too. I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, the team that made the token, yeah, the team that they had was a really solid team. Like, the token itself didn't make a lot of sense, but
well, they had a lot of liquidity, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a lot of liquidity, and the thing is, when investing, like when I teach my YouTube community, we tell them, know the devs, get to know the devs before really investing, and that dev team just had a really outstanding reputation from previous projects.
Absolutely, they did. I do like their projects. They kind of screwed themselves a little bit, but very good projects still.
They're literally the only buyback token that I will actually ever get into ever, because of how shady that buyback mechanic actually is. It's a back door to rip people off.
Yeah, it kind of depends.
Yeah, if anybody uses their code.
Yeah, I see your point on that.
Yeah, you have to trust the dev team with that code.
Absolutely.
It's very flexible.
So next question is, why did you so it looks like right now you got almost $1 billion in supply, right? Like, that was your initial supply and you burned 74%, or let me see how much it was. Yeah, 74%.
Yeah, it's about that.
So 74% from $1 billion. So you got 250 million total supply afterwards. 5% in a wallet on number 2, which I would assume is the team wallet, right?
That's the marketing wallet.
Yeah, the 5% is the marketing. Yes.
Okay.
And with it being the 5% and the reflections, initial, like, until we actually lower the buy, it should be sustainable just in reflections alone, where we never actually have to go below the 5% to do marketing aspects like continue on ads or something like that, where we're not,
Okay. So before I look, because sometimes it's easier, I got guys that do it for me, but do you guys have swap and liquefy, or what are you guys doing with that?
No. We do not have swap and liquefy. I do not approve of swap and liquefy because I have gone through that code left and right and looked at all the different ways that people have tried wrapping things around it to fix it, but it's just fundamentally broken.
So how do you intend to pay for marketing is my question.
We're staking the LP. We also have a few things going to set up other outside revenue streams through merch. One of the other services we wanted to provide as part of the project that don't directly involve the token would be to do review of other projects and their source code.
Right.
As a team, since that's what we were doing before we made a token, was we've been doing research.
I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Definite revenue streams that can provide income for marketing. Good idea, for sure. So what do you intend to do with that 5% marketing wallet?
Initially, we basically kind of only want to use the reflections. We want to leave it always above at 5% or above. And down the road,
continue to grow though. That's going to grow.
Yes, and that's why using the reflections towards like hiring influencers just to be like, hey, shill our token, ad service revenue with YouTube or not, Google ads, KuCoin ads, Coinzilla ads.
There may be a time, I'll be honest with you, where you may have to burn that marketing wallet just to remain like loyal to your investors, because that thing's going to.
We also need to have some tokens to use for utility too.
Yeah.
These utilities will need to have tokens to without revealing too much about what we've got coming up. We will need to have tokens that are controlled by the utility.
Not to mention the marketing service that we plan on going with is probably one of the most well-known elite marketing firms for crypto, NinjaPromo.io. And they're pretty pricey.
So my goal is not to be an asshole or anything. Just punch holes and figure out what you can do to improve your project.
Yes, we agree with you completely on that one. Yeah. And for the marketing, we plan on doing once we actually start getting decent amount of holders, doing giveaways to holders only to actually reward the people that are holding using that marketing wallet and the reflections from it. Like, here, you're holding. Here's 100,000 tokens on the house.
So I know you guys don't like the swap and liquefy, and I know you can't go back and change the contract now, but that does eliminate that aspect.
The swap and liquefy is not only does that charge everybody more gas on every transaction, it drives the price down. Every time that goes,
large tips,
pulls out
marketing.
What's that?
It also prevents.
Yeah, if you
sell for marketing.
Yeah. I mean, if you dump the token to get money for marketing, that's definitely a bad move. Yeah.
RoboDoge does that, and people hate it.
Yeah.
So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I get it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But for marketing stuff, like anything big, we would announce like a week or 2 weeks in advance to let people know, and continuously pinning it, talking about guys, just again, this is going to happen in a couple of days. Don't panic, and reassure, complete transparency to reassure the investors.
And not just dump the whole thing all in one transaction or within 1 hour or something like that. For the people that weren't paying attention, when they see that there's sales, they should have an option to manage their own portfolio. So yeah, we're not gonna do we're not gonna do huge sales because we're not gonna wait till after something's due and then be like, well, now we have to sell it all at once. We're gonna have that scheduled out so everyone's aware and comfortable with it. But ideally, we should be having enough from other revenue streams to deal with the marketing costs. That's the plan A. Plan B is slowly selling off some tokens with the community's complete transparency, so they know. But we don't. At this point, we haven't sold any of the marketing wallet tokens. We would be if we got like massive volume and that 5% ended up going up a huge bunch. We would definitely be thinking about just burning some of it, because it doesn't affect the price, or it doesn't drop the price to burn it. It just increases the scarcity.
Yep.
The price stays at the same level, or possibly putting additional into the liquidity pool directly with it.
Yeah, we could always do that as well.
You guys had a private sale though, too, as well, with the pre-sale, right?
We had 2 people for private sale to help out with the audit. That paid for half the audit.
Yeah, we did the audit before the pre-sale.
They got like what was it, 2 to 5% more in value in tokens than the pre-sale people. It wasn't like substantial.
Yeah, 5% discount. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we rewarded them, but not astronomically. Like sometimes you hear like they get like an instant 3x for doing something nice like that. No, like they got a little bit. They knew what we wanted to do, and they just wanted to be supportive of the community and token, and knew that the audit was $12,000.
Right. Okay. All right, we are almost at time. Did anybody else have any last minute questions for them though? And if nobody does have any questions, then we can I'll ask you guys, Madhouse, any final statements you want to leave any potential investors out there with?
Where in Minnesota are you from?
We're in Minnesota, pretty far north of Minnesota. I'm about an hour north of Duluth. I'm not near any large city or anything, but yeah, pretty close to Canada.
Oh, nice. Pretty cool, man.
No questions? Anybody?
Yeah, did anybody else have any questions for Madhouse? And keep in mind, if you guys do have any questions later, their Telegram and their socials are in the chat. Feel free to follow them. But Madhouse, do you have any final statements you would like to leave the community with?
Yeah. If you want to get into legit projects, this is one of the few on BSC that's actually a legit project, not just to make money about. It's got plans, it's got goals. It's not one of these, FOMO based off of utilizing some other brand's naming like Doge or anything like that. Like, we wanted to be unique, stand out, use what we did as a community in the Madhouse community, and it's a token by investors for investors. We're basically the same. We don't look or act any different from anybody else. It was just an idea to change the BSC space that we saw issues with. The exclusion list, it's a horrible idea. It doesn't work. Over time, gas fees are going to be so astronomical that those tokens aren't even usable. As well as the fact of the transfer tax. When the SafeMoon came out in the first week, I asked them, are they ever going to make it where the tax to exchanges removed? And they said they would look into it. We felt like if you're going to move your money from your wallet to another of your wallet, why should you be taxed? It's your wallet and it's your money. You shouldn't have any influence on that, and that should be a standard in the BSC space. Like, you should not, going to Bitmart, Whitebit, Coinbase, you shouldn't lose tokens just to transfer to another wallet of yours at all. That's just shouldn't happen. It doesn't happen in real life with government currency. It should not happen in DeFi space with cryptocurrency.
Perfect. Well said, man. Did anybody else from your team want to speak?
Actually, before you do that, that's something I do agree with. Yeah, I agree with that.
Thank you.
I do as well. Benlo, or I don't know who was speaking right now, Benlo or Marcus, whoever wasn't speaking. Did you have anything to say?
Yeah, this is Benlo. I did want to say, make sure you do follow our socials or get in our Telegram or something, because we will have news about utilities coming up. I don't want to set a specific date out there because I don't want to let anybody down, but we should have news soon, and I think you're all going to want to hear about it.
Perfect, Benlo. Thank you, man. It was a pleasure hearing about the project and speaking with you, gentlemen. To everybody out there in the community, they actually just set more links for their socials. I posted it in the chat, so feel free to check them out. Do more research, ask questions, invest if you like what you heard tonight. But as always, guys, we don't give financial advice. Always do your own research. To Madhouse, feel free to come back to the Shampoo Lounge, man. Give us some updates on any exciting news or anything like that. We're always looking to hear about any projects that did AMAs with us, how they're doing. So I'm looking forward to hearing about what's going on with you guys. I'm gonna do my own research as well. I like what I heard, so I may be a potential investor as well. So you might see my head over there in you guys' Telegram. With that being said, though, thank you everybody for joining us. Um, and yeah, everybody have a blessed night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And thank you for joining the Madhouse AMA. And I'm going to end the recording now, and then I'll go ahead and send it over to you guys. But thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, perfect, guys. I went ahead and stopped it. Did you want me to send it to Benlo or Marcus?
You can send it to Benlo.